Hi, I am Casey, and I would like to apply to be chosen. Your seat number is number 3. Just wait in the waiting room until your number is called. Thank you. Do you know how long until they will call my number? The time ranges from 1 minute to 2 hours.
Could I leave the waiting room until you all call?
You may miss your number if you do that. They do not call that a waiting room for no reason. Presuming so, thanks.
Excuse me, I'm trying to apply for whatever you all said that you was doing. My name is Simon.
We have many things that we do here in this office. Would you like to file, apply, promote, or is what you need to do something else?
Sure, I can apply. What do you got?
We have...
Oh, I know. Trying to apply to be chosen. I already know I'm just so irresistible. So, when can I be interviewed?
Here's your seat number on the ticket. Just wait until your number is called.
Okay, thanks. Okay, let me look at this ticket. Number 6? Ugh, I hate that number. Hey, I know you. You and your husband helped me when my car got stuck on the side of the interstate. Do you remember that? I was going shopping that day and gave you both that name brand bag for helping me.
Wow, I do remember you. That was a long time ago. How did your shopping go?
I got these new nails, a name brand silk, comfy clothes, and so much more.
Girl, you are rocking that. Look at this name brand green I got on from the mall the other day.
Oh, girl, that is stylish.
Just got my hair done, too. Took hours to get done.
Beauty hurts sometimes, and most definitely takes time and investment.
Ring, ring. I've been expecting you, Cygnus.
May I please come in?
Of course, Cygnus.
You all have everything looking so clean. The colors look very radiant. Excellent processings. Very good. Praying that you all had safe travels and happy holidays.
Yes, thank you. And yours?
Not giving up. Seeking to reapply to be the chosen one.
Let me get your ticket. Looks like you are ticket number 9.
Have you heard of net worth?
Of course I have.
My net worth skyrocketed to $5 million this year.
My husband and my net worth together hit $1 billion in net worth about last winter. Our music industry had really spiked up.
Wow, girl, you are ahead of the game. People need to catch up with that. As long as it gets done, that is all that matters.
Yeah, I agree. It does not matter how you succeed, just as long as you get that done.
Hi, my name is Kaylan, known as Cygnus and Angels. I heard what you all said, and I have to tell you that it does matter how you succeed. I want to prove this to you. Please. Please, my angels, I call upon you to prove to them that it does matter how you succeed in life.
Where am I? We have now entered the memory room, where your memories will be revealed. Everyone will be able to see your memories, yet they are restricted from responding. Casey, do you remember when you was 5 years old? Let's think back. Wow, that is me! That is my memory! Your parents sung you the ABCs every day. They bought you all of the toys you wanted. and they prepared you for preschool.
Wow, this is so special to see my parents again.
Tell us, Casey, would you be who you are without this very important memory of yours?
Oh, well, of course not. These memories are a part of what created who I am.
Let's take a look at your sweet 16, when you went to prom and your parents bought you your very first car.
Wow, I remember that. That car lasted me years. My husband and I have this car even till this day. That was the most special memory.
Casey, would you be who you are without this memory?
Well, no. These memories are very special to me. My parents did everything they could to buy that car for me.
Do you remember when you first started college? Your parents spent all of their savings to get you your own furnished place with extra money for the campus, and they even helped you to get a job on campus.
Oh, yeah. I hated that job. I had to file papers in the computer in the office. It was not all that great.
Regardless of the circumstances, did that memory help to create who you are?
Well, yes. That helped me to learn a lot in life. I would not be who I am today without those memories.
Casey, do you remember when your grandpa died?
That was the worst moment of my life. I did not expect that to happen so fast. It is wonderful seeing these memories, but I miss Grandpa so much.
Casey, remember to always have self-control and understand that there is a time for everything in life. Casey, do you remember when you first met your husband, Jake?
Why, yes. I was so sad that my grandpa passed. So I went to the military base to do gift baskets, and then I met Jake.
Casey, did meeting Jake help you to create who you are?
Well, of course. Jake and I became best friends after that. We did everything together.
Casey, do you remember Jake's and your marriage together, when Jake promised to never let you struggle?
Yes, that was the happiest moment of my life.
What do you think your life would have been like for you without Jake?
Oh my goodness, I would not be who I am today. Jake helped me to create who I am.
Casey, do you remember when you and Jake launched your first business in the music industry? You got denied for the business starting loan, but Jake got approved. What do you think would have happened to you without Jake's support?
Without Jake's support, I would not have succeeded in this way. I am thankful for my husband. I had tried my best to succeed like that person. Her name is Monique Idolette on that show Undercover Billionaire. Yet I am thankful for my husband. We did so good making the music industry.
You seem to have had a lot of support in life to be successful. Let's take a look at how Cygnus had become successful. And keep in mind the lesson that it does matter how you succeed. Everyone in the waiting room of 3, 6, and 9 can see the one in the memory room, yet everyone is restricted from responding and talking until it is your turn. Cygnus then appears in the stolen room.
Wow, excellent processings. It looks very nice in here.
Of course, thank you. Let's get started, shall we? We are proving that it does matter how you succeed in life. Cygnus, can you try to remember when you was 5 years old? You made the police report. Do you remember what the police report was about?
Those dishonorable idiots. They allowed me to get molested by the biological dad, while the other one was on substance. Then the biological grandparents shoved my brothers and I back to the biological, and I got molested again at 6 years old.
Calm down and have self-control. I know this must be very difficult for you. Cygnus, do you remember your sweet 16?
I do not know why you call that sweet. When before I got kicked out of the children's home, and then the academies was good at first, but then they locked me in a room and did not even want me and was reported to the state for abuse. Then Mrs. Jean did not want me and was going to put me in another place. So I thought I could find another place if I went out on my own. A place that wanted me, a place where I belonged. I got stabbed in the knee in my sleep at 15, defended for my life so many times that you would lose count, experience starvation and homelessness. What is so sweet about that? There's no sweet 16 there.
Cygnus, I know that this was suffering for you. Yet would you be who you are without these memories? Cygnus pauses with a deep thought.
I am good at answering many questions, yet this is very difficult for me to answer. So many very bad people that bullied me for being different, uncaring people, even when I went through starvation. As a child, I did not know which way to choose. I chose what I thought was best. I survived from dealing cannabis, which ended up being a mess of misguidance because cannabis is not a herbal medicine as they tried to convince me. It was something that was the partial cause of concussion syndrome that I ended up developing as a child. I seen the girls dancing that got thousands of dollars a night, but I did not want to be like them. I wanted to learn to be independent. And I wanted to do the best thing in life. But I did not see much options for me around that time.
Cygnus, would you be who you are without these memories?
As severe as it was for me, it's hard to say if I would be who I am today. I want to say no, yet I learned from those severe situations. I had to learn fast.
Do you remember when you first started college?
Are you asking me your routine questions? Just pull up the memory. After I was a homeless child, I flew back across the United States after being held at a place for an entire year. My great aunt celebrated my 18th birthday, which was the first birthday I had had in a very long time. I'm so thankful that she did what she could to celebrate that birthday. She saved enough trauma checks for me to fly back across the United States and get an office job. Everything seemed to be going well until trying to join the military when the recruiter had denied over the telephone. So I had no other choice but to fly back and get my GED, then go to college. Yet before I got the chance, on the third day of GED classes, my great aunt, the one that I looked up to around that time, the one who had done something for me of celebrating my birthday, the one that I really cared about, she drove 45 minutes away and abandoned me at Mrs. Jean's porch, which hurts even till this day. When my great aunt abandoned me, then a little bit after that, Mrs. Jean threw me out over dyeing my hair in the sink. And then a little bit after that, the apartments evicted me for refusing bug spray, and even when I had a doctor's note that said do not spray the apartments, and they refused the doctor's note and threw me out anyway. I had no choice but to force myself to find an emergency contact and a forceful obligation. Then I had bought the very first vehicle I ever had, which was a moped.
I know that this may be difficult for you, and this may put a sad and angered feeling to your heart. But remember, to let not your heart be troubled. Remember the lessons of why we are doing this.
Well, heavens, it seems like I cannot have anything nice. My very first vehicle of a moped, and here I get hit and thrown 75 to 100 feet through the air. I deserve compensation. That person who hit me was a murderer. But here they just let her drive away like it was nothing. And heavens, I continue to pray.
Cygnus. Do you remember what you decided after you got hit by a car that may have changed your life?
Yes, I permanently decided to get to the source of what ruined my life, which was sin. I beat up that emergency contact to get that person away from me. I sacrificed my long red hair and decided to live as a non-sinner, regardless of my trauma and injuries.
Did that decision, Cygnus, create who you are?
Absolutely. I have proven myself to be worthy many times, even when I decided to take the leap of faith. After getting denied compensation and denials for loans, and instead of finding some rich emergency contact somewhere at a military base or something, I chose to live homeless in 100% faith to the heavens.
I know this may be difficult for you, Cygnus, speaking about your difficulties through homelessness. Yet did these memories help to create who you are?
That is less difficult to talk about than the previous things. Even the severe brain injury and going off the edge at times. I am proud to say that even through those difficulties of homelessness and having nothing but a bicycle and wagon for transport, I am honored and proud of my commitment to the heavens. The moments of my good friend Amy, Mrs. Pearl Gale, the church ministry, and when Mrs. Jean had sent packages of apologies, and the good things of life that helped to motivate me more, I am very thankful for what they did to help me.
We shall always be thankful for the people to whom done good things in the path of our life.
The issues there was the neighbors in the apartments doing illegal things. No matter what proof and photos and footage that I'd given to the sheriffs, they did nothing to consequence them when they were doing illegal things. Yet they abused me at the ER and the store. I was ready to move away as far as I could. After so long, I finally got approved for owner's financing land to start the farmer's market, animal sanctuary, and manufacture the inventions of the future. Thankfully, after moving very far away, I have had amazing supportive neighbors that I am so thankful for.
Through all of these difficulties, did these memories create who you are?
Well, no and yes. My angels and I took these lessons. We casted out evil. I made a commitment to the heavens and put the foundation of the Cygnus industries and focused on the goal with continued prayers that the heavens would bless me with a miracle.
You have had a lot of struggles to become successful. Remember the lesson of the ways of success. Everyone in the waiting room of 3, 6, and 9 can see the one in the memory room. All responses can be taken in your notes or comments. You are restricted from interrupting anyone in the memory room. Cygnus, you are dismissed until further notice. Diamond appears in the solid room.
Wow, this is bananas. Wow.
Let's get started. Diamond, do you remember when you were 5 years old? We are now starting the lesson.
Well, that was back when my mom and dad was together, before they divorced. I did not even get to see my brother after that. My brother stayed with my dad, while I had to stay with my mom.
Can you explain her form of dressing?
My mom was a stripper. She would save thousands of dollars and spoil me with whatever I wanted. But she just did not give me the attention and care that I really needed.
I know this must be difficult for you to speak about. Let's take a look at your Sweet 16.
I learned stripping from my mom, and she never gave me the attention I needed, so I went to the parties to get the attention I wanted.
Although there was difficult circumstances, did these memories help to create who you are today?
Not really. I do not know. What do you think?
Diamond, do you remember when you first started college?
I remember going for a few days. My mom saved $100,000 from stripping for me to go to school. But I thought, what is the point of that when stripping can make more money than some of those college careers? So I dropped out of college and did stripping.
Regardless of the difficulties, do these memories help to create who you are?
Well, that provided a roof over my head, if that is what you are asking. Oh yes, I remember. It was that guy named Jake that I danced for. He seen what I needed, and he gave me $1 million. Then I invested that into stock, and now I have a net worth of $5 million. I get to buy anything I ever wanted.
Although there was obvious difficult circumstances, did these memories help to create who you are today?
I guess so. Sure, why not?
Diamond, you seem to have had a lot of support in your life to become successful. Let's not forget the lesson. Let's go over everyone's notes of things that they learned on how they all became successful. Diamond, you are dismissed. Casey appears.
I am in complete shock about Diamond. You know what? I'm gonna just hold my breath on that one and keep my cool.
Please, Casey, have self-control. Please read your notes that you have about Cygnus's life.
Here is my notes that really have made my life become more aware. Also, there was so many parts of her life that just really made me cry. About her parents and what they had done to her. I could not have imagined anyone ever doing that to someone. And that is just terribly, terribly severe.
What made the biggest impact for you to realize things about life?
The fact of when I was having my sweet 16, getting my first car, and having wonderful memories that created who I am, Cygnus was severely suffering out there. That just really shocked me. Shocked me to think that anyone would be going through that as a child. And actually make it out alive. And Cygnus, if you are listening, you are such a strong, brave warrior. And I have incredible respect for you, especially since you overcame your trauma and injuries, committing your life to the heavens. I'm proud of you. Over that, I'm honestly in emotional shock. Just wow.
Is there anything else that you would like to say about Cygnus' success story in your notes or comments?
Thank you, Cygnus, for helping me become more aware. And just to inspire so many people, just by the way that you are. I continue to be in emotional shock over thinking of that.
You all can further discuss everything back in the waiting room after this. Casey, do you have any notes about Diamond?
Well, I had many notes until she mentioned my husband, Jake. Then I threw all my notes away. I was wondering where that $1 million went. That is such a dishonor and a disappointment, and it makes me so angry.
Let not ye heart be troubled. Casey, you are now dismissed. Diamond, you are now called to the memory room. Diamond, do you have any notes on Casey's success story?
I did not want Casey mad at me. I forgot she was listening. Casey's story is a typical fairy tale. She seemed to just have it all. Congratulations. Parents, sweet 16, husbands, congratulations seriously.
Is there anything else that you would like to say to Casey's success story?
I'm glad for you. Congratulations to you. Seriously.
What notes did you take about Cygnus' life?
And Casey, if you want to be friends, I'm fine being friends. Let's put that all behind us.
Was there any notes that you took about Cygnus' life?
Well, I was too busy crying to write notes. Goodness, how could you not have? That was just the first time ever I've seen someone go through severe trauma like that and then being completely born again from sin and everything, committed and all of that. Continuing to struggle though? I mean, what in the world? It does not even make it seem worth it to struggle like all of that's it. Especially since her net worth is still in the negatives.
Is there anything else that you would like to say about Cygnus' success story?
I'm sorry that you suffered, seriously, but I would not have allowed myself to suffer. Yet, in a way, honestly, I felt like Cygnus' story, honestly, was just sort of like a movement of something sort of like that. It's just really strange, warm, emotional feeling or something to that, because I was crying the entire time, and I actually got mad because at the end it was like not even real success. It just
Dearest Cygnus, we call you to the memory room.
Excellent processings. Very good.
What notes or comments do you have about Casey's success story?
Asking questions is very important. Asking questions is a key to great intelligence. Of course there are notes. Casey, your life was so blessed with good people to whom cared and loved you. Never take that for granted. When you lost your grandpa, you felt sad and tried to latch on to someone to feel better. That is why you got married. And I pray that you will commit to the heavens more than you do your husband, and learn how to have self-love. Congratulations on your success, Casey. May we inspire each other.
Cygnus, do you have any notes about Diamond?
Yes, of course. Thank you for asking. Diamond had a parent that did stripping, making thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Her dad and mom divorced, more than likely because he did not approve of her stripping, which is very disrespectful and dishonorable to the body. Diamond wore inappropriate clothing because she just copied what her mom did. The inappropriate clothing represented that she was giving out her body to people, and the makeup represented that she was hating herself and trying to cover up the good that she had. And her natural self. Diamond's mom saved the money for Diamond's college, and then she blew it for nothing and did the same thing that her mom did, which was stripping. That is when you had an opportunity there for you, Diamond. I did not think that people that disrespect their body, wearing inappropriate clothing, piles of makeup on their face, and giving their body out should get money like that. Especially if her net worth is at $5 million currently. I would never even do that, regardless of how much money it had. Yet I do recommend to you, Diamond, that you cast away all of that evil from your life and go to college and succeed in the best of ways, the real successful ways. Commit to the heavens, as I encourage you and inspire you to do.
This interview will be reviewed by the CEO, Emmanuel. Then Yahweh may look upon this after Emmanuel's approval. Everyone may return to the waiting room. Always remember that how you succeed in life is very important, and we must learn to level our respect for people. Everyone enters back to the waiting room.
Do not even talk to me, you skank, Diamond.
Listen, I have had a lot of thought about this, and I am really sorry. Can we just put that behind us and be friends?
Enough. Did you all learn your lesson? That it does matter how you succeed?
Now I am so much more aware that it definitely does matter how you succeed. I was and still am in emotional shock about your story, Cygnus, and very angered at Diamond. So, yes, that does help me realize that I should care about if a person is good or not, and most definitely how people succeed.
Cygnus, I want to change my life, but I would not risk my $5 million of what I made in net worth just to commit to the heavens and struggle like you do.
I cannot force unwillingful people to be willingful. Yet Emmanuel may not be happy about that.
About what? Preventing myself from suffering is better than struggling. I could buy everything I want, and there is nothing Emmanuel could do about it.
Have you not heard, Diamond? People who are bad burn in eternal fire. and people who are good go to heaven.
Where are you even getting all that nonsense from?
The Bible is a book from thousands of years ago and used to be written in scrolls. And even the Dead Sea Scrolls confirm the book of Isaiah in the Bible. And there has been physical evidence, proof, found all around the world. Here is a Bible, Casey and Diamond.
That is legit. Are you serious? I've heard of God before, but what is all this eternal fire stuff? What in the world?
In order to be forgiven, you must come forth with all that you are and repent to Emmanuel and God and to the heavens.
The best way to succeed is the good way. Commit your life to the heavens and cast out all of the evil of temptations. In order to truly be forgiven, you must come forth with all that you are and take the steps of forgiveness.
Even though that sounds, well, it's just that sounds really difficult to do. I mean, you're just asking me to just, throw myself out there. I got $5 million. I'm not just going to risk my $5 million. I do not know about all of that.
So seat 3, 6, and 9, you may come forth. And the chosen one of the heavens will be. Who do you think should be chosen? You can say in the comments below. Let's take a vote on who you would choose.